on Timo all these cogs. There's like a stack of them here on this side of the picture here. And if I pan the right way, it would be great. There we go. All these cogs, and I picked out a couple over here which suit my old broken one, because I tried to make it, it didn't work. So I decided to try to purchase one. Now that's pretty much the same circumference as the broken one. And then I got some cogs on the outside that look similar, so I'll see what I can piece together. So that's where I'm at. And I'm just going to put these in this tub so they're out of the way. So as you can see, this and this are very close together, right there. Now if I can get this gear to match up with one of the other cogs, I don't know whether I need that or not, but if I can get one of these cogs to match up for the motor, like this, I should have a running car again. See, this is very similar. Anyways, we're going to go check it all out quickly and just hope we get a car running. Yabba dabba doo. Like I always do. This here is loose still. This cog isn't fixed to the shaft, it's too loose. I got to do something with that. But this one's fairly tight. And now what we got to do is get our cables hitched up to see if it actually runs, which is on the motor. We're going to find out why that's tight. Most likely why it broke in the beginning. Something's tight in there. But this will work, and this will work if I get it fixed. But we got to find out what's so tight, and then we'll be ready to get this motor working, which is the main issue with this James Bond car. So when I pull this green cog out, it works freely. It's all free again. And when I put the green cog in, it gets tight. Yeah, so I've put one of these cogs in for the split one. It fell in half actually. I put it in here. Now you couldn't really see the crack in it, but this gear wasn't turning back and forth. But now look. So we solved that problem. This needs this to be fixed. And now we're going to just make a test run before I fix it. Like fix it with epoxy, I mean. So I have all the cogs on. I haven't got them fixed yet, like with epoxy or anything. Alright, all I gotta do is get this wheel to fix and we're away. So I say, see you can see it turning there? Maybe it's hard to see because it's white. Okay, this is getting tougher to show, but I'm gonna try to. So, here where this wasn't, can you see that pointer? This cog wasn't tight enough, so I vice gripped the shaft so that it squished a bit, and now it's tight enough. This has been tapped on, this has been tapped in through with little hammer on the other side, very lightly, and now we have it all together. It should run, if we're very lucky. We'll see. There's no ground there for some reason, but there she goes. Flailing a little, but I think it'll work itself in. But everything's working here at the moment. That's the first time I've seen that running. There's a clicker working as well. My flange is a little bit off center a bit there. It's improving though. I think the motor cog could go in a little bit more. This little one here could go in just a tad more, but otherwise it looks quite good. So we have her running. So I tapped this in a bit more. This shaft is a little bit out, but I think I'll have to leave it. It's sticking a bit, but I hope this loosens out a bit. Maybe if I lift this up off the ground, it helps. You can hear it speeding up. So I'm quite happy with that. So that's that motor working, long last. That is taking a long time to get those parts for that piece of motor. But I got them in Temu, a whole pile of gears, and the one fits, so I'm lucky. Yeah, I've been trying to make these front lights. One was broken, and the other was cracked anyways, and so I took the top off of that one, so they're equal length here. And then I needed a top on it, some kind of an LED top. So what I've done is, I've taken I tested out with two LEDs here, two larger ones, 5mm, and put a 3mm on top. It looked okay, but it looked small, so what I've done is took two 5mm LEDs, cut the tabs off and glued it together, and put the other LED underneath, which still lights up. So now what I've got is, I have two LEDs there, stacked on one another, super glued in on the stem of the original light. Now if I'm very lucky, we'll get a little light here. There you go. And that's all we need really, and that'll stick out in front of the car. So, I mean, it's a compromise, but it's the best I can do. I can't find these lights anywhere. They're just not available. So I suppose making them is the next best thing. Sometimes you just can't get the parts. As you can see, I glued them together with super glue here. And I have the tabs going through to the back now. And this is the existing holder of the original lamps. And it's super glued in there. But I had to file these first, to make them nice and level. And then I had to compound them to smooth them out. That's what that white stuff is here. I just got to clean them up a little, but it's the best I could do under the circumstance. I'll go to put a heat sink here and try to solder these electro wires on, and we should have lights. Ta-da! Okay, there's a bit of a dilemma with this car because it has a solenoid here. And when I kick it in and I turn the motor, there goes the ejection seat, which I think you have to push down by hand again yourself. Right? But see, I'm turning the motor by hand. When you put this solenoid in, that's fine, but it's this shaft pulls this connector for the seat to shoot up. Over on this side, there's a spring here, like a long spring that's connected here to this shaft, but it's actually for the shield. And that also is connected to this solenoid. But what's strange is if I put the solenoid in and turn, everything comes forward, that goes off, the shield comes up, right? It's supposed to. I think the shield only comes up when this is down, but the lights come out, but they don't go back in again like this. And I do not understand why they don't go back in again. I'm still working on that. Now I have a light here. It's fairly close to the original. If I can just take it down a little bit, it'll most likely fit in. Because it's a different shape. So I'm going to try that right now. There you go. It doesn't fit in right. Actually, if I can show it to you properly. There, see, it's bigger. If I can shape it into that, it's going to be very close to the original. Yeah, I've been filing a while. I first used a Dremel and a diamond blade, but now I'm just trying to get a really good shape. I'll show you where I'm at. There's the one headlight, and there's one I'm making. It's out of an older. It's pretty good. If I can get that in there like that, a little cleaner. And we'll have reasonable headlights. I'm kind of happy with that. They're very hard. You can't really, you have to try to find the original, which is nearly impossible. Need just a little bit more filing to make it look the shape better, but it's done. There you go. Light's done. Everything's falling together. There's the light done. Right? This is the one that was in the car and this is the one I put in. It looks pretty good. It's as good as I can get. I'm afraid I can't find this part. It's life with these cars. On to the next chore.